All Hit B94.5 and JD Ryan with you this afternoon. And hanging out in the studio with me this afternoon, a local group, and kind of, just it blows my mind to have these guys in here today because I've been on their MySpace and I've talked to them a couple of times. I talked to Chris on the phone, and first, what I'm going to do is let's go through the band because there's actually quite a number of you guys in the group, and that's just fantastic to have all of you in the studio here. Let's go through, introduce everybody, and just get names and just kind of what's going on first. So let's get names first.
All right. I'm Dan, play drums.
Dan, you play drums?
I'm Javon, play keyboard.
Keyboard?
My name's LP, one of the lead vocalists.
I'm Kos. I do guitar, lead vocals.
Gress, lead vocals. There's a few other members that aren't here, but yeah, we got Lee Armstrong, and we got Andy Mackey, who does DJing. And Ian, who plays the bass.
And Ian, who plays the bass. So we don't want to forget anybody. We don't want to forget anybody. All right. Well, we got this thing set up because you guys are in a pretty cool competition. Now, it's happened before, and the winner before it's on the Bodog music label is Fall from Grace. They were the winners from the Fuse show before. Now, you guys are basically on your way through the competition to get to the TV show at this point, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, so we're looking at getting through the competition. Somebody step up here and tell me. You guys have been through Philly. You've been through, going through these competitions. Tell me exactly what the first competitions have been like so far.
Competitions so far have basically been major battles. Started a smaller venue in Philly, 24 bands. They cut to 12. Moved to the TLA, 12 down to 3. Again, TLA, 12 down to 3 with wild cards, and we won both TLA rounds, so looks good for New York. And
you guys came in first place.
Right.
So you guys have blown away the competition in most of the rounds that you've been in. You guys have just, which is a phenomenal sweep. And I talked about it before, and I got some of you guys brought some of your music in, and I had talked about it before on the show earlier today. I was looking at your MySpace, telling everybody to check out your MySpace, and just when Chris, after I talked to you, I went on, checked out the music, and I was just, I don't look like the kind of guy that listens to a lot of rap, do I? No, I don't. But I'll tell you what, I've been down with old school hip hop, Eric B. Rakim, EPMD and all that kind of stuff. I used to listen to that all the time. I still listen to all that kind of stuff. And you guys just blow away some of the stuff that's even out there today that's huge. And you're going to be on the same, and I say this because I have a lot of faith in you guys so far from what I've heard of you and the way you guys have done, things so far. You're going to end up on the same record label as Wu-Tang and DMX, which is pretty big for you. But you're going to New York. Tell me what this experience and this travel to New York is going to be like for you.
It's probably going to be one of our toughest battles so far because everybody that's going to be there is going to be bringing their A game and they're ready for the TV show. So, lots of practice. We know we've gotten so far because of where we were and what we've done. So we're not going to put any of that behind us. We're going to keep pushing until we get to TV show, until we get that contract. So.
Okay, so you guys, now the one thing I do like is the connection that you guys all have to the area, State College and Penn State. Most of you have gone to and or graduated from Penn State, so that's always a good thing. So I keep telling my listeners, you got to check these guys out. Audio Imagery is the name of the band, right?
Yep.
And you can check them out. Is it myspace.com/audio imagery? Is that?
Yeah, Audio Imagery Music.
Audio Imagery Music. So you can log on and check out the Audio Imagery on MySpace and support them in going to New York, which is March 5th, right?
Yep, March 5th.
Competition is March 5th. What else do you guys have going on right now?
Well, we're potentially going to try to set up a bus to go to March 5th so we can get as many people as possible.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Because we're going into unknown territory. I am from New York. A couple of the band members are from that area. But we're going to be trying to get our supporters from Penn State, from State College to go down. Even if they buy tickets or whatever,
Right.
we're going to need as much support as possible because this is our big shot.
Now, the one thing I did read in the press release that you guys had sent me was the fact that you get credit for the press that you get.
It does help because the more we push ourselves, the better we look.
Right.
If we're not, we have to keep on working, and they like to see people who's gonna work for whatever they're gonna get.
Right.
They don't want to sign a contract to
To somebody that's not going to promote themselves.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And I understand that, and that's awesome. So you guys, I mean, there were over 12,000 bands when this thing originally started, right?
Yeah.
And it's down to how many for New York?
45.
45.
Yeah, pretty much. This competition does not only span the U.S., but it spans like Britain and also Canada. So in all those three countries, there's 12,000 bands. In New York, we're competing against all the U.S. bands, which is 45 left. Then after New York, when we get to the TV show, we'll be down to the top 10 groups out of all those countries, which is that 10 or 12,000 groups.
Okay, so once you guys are on the TV show, it's going to be competition from not just the U.S., it's going to be competition from, the U.K. and competition from Canada.
Yes.
So you guys are up against stuff, but that doesn't really matter, right?
No. The best band will win. Audio Imagery.
And that's all we need to know. Audio Imagery in the studio with me today. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. What do you guys have to say to everybody out there listening, that's really going to get somebody hyped up about your music and get them hyped up about the band?
If you've never heard our music before, check us out on MySpace, but we have the best live show you've ever seen. If you can compare us to like a Black Eyed Peas, you can compare us to a Justin Timberlake, it's like an explosion. I can't really describe our live show, but I will come out and watch it, and I would have to attest that it is one of the best live shows that you could possibly go to for free, or even $3 cover when you go to a club.
All right, that's cool. You guys have done some stuff around the area before. You've played at different clubs around the area, so there's definitely a chance for everybody that's listening to be able to go out and see you guys, right?
Yeah, before March 5th, we're going to be in town. You can check out MySpaces. We have like 3 or 4 shows lined up so far, but there will be plenty more. Just come on and check it out.
All right, sounds good, fellas. Thanks so much for coming in, joining me today. We'll probably try and get one of your songs on and see what we can do with that. And I appreciate you guys coming in. Keep in contact. I want to know how the show goes. Yeah. Maybe even do an interview when you guys get to New York over the phone. How's that sound?
Perfect. Sounds good.
Great.
All right. Thanks, fellas. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
And we'll take a look at your weather forecast and hear some more great music all the way for you here on The Bee.